the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. I really love this saying from B.B. King. Welcome to today's episode of The Chat with Selassie. My name is Selassie, and thank you for stopping by to watch today's episode. Today, I will be having a chat with Udo Ebulu. This is going to be his third episode with us, and we are so grateful that he continually, he continues to give us his time. Thank you, Udo, for doing this with me again. And today, I will be having a chat with him regarding how he taught himself how to do so many things. He can edit. He knows how to write. He knows, how to write a story, write a screenplay. He knows how to produce. He knows how to sew, do alteration. So that is what we're going to be talking about. A man of so many talents, Oh, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So
I am well. Thank you. I'm happy to have you on today's episode again. Thank you.
here.
Thank you. So, Udo, I know, and you told me that, and I've seen you do some of it. I've seen you write. I've seen you produce. I've seen you edit. You taught yourself cinematography. You taught yourself photography, and then you taught yourself how to edit both pictures and videos. You taught yourself how to write screenplays. You taught yourself how to direct. I know that you took little filmmaking courses in college, but for the most part, you taught yourself all of those things. What made you want to teach yourself all of these things? Why did you not just focus on accounting or maybe focus on something, just one thing? Why were you teaching yourself all of these things? And you were actually very good at it.
I think. Well, at least for one answer, I'm just eager learner. I'm just so curious to learn as much as I can, if I can. I think that's my best ability of all, and my ability to be willing to learn and to be able to learn. Sometimes in a very short time span. Sometimes not. Sometimes it may take a little bit longer, but I understand that the ones that do take a little bit longer, I'm willing to put in that time to eventually learn. So I just love to learn.
So you love to learn, so you tell yourself all of this. Why did you not just maybe focus on photography? Or why did you not just maybe focus on, editing? Why did you want to do almost everything in the industry? What was your motivation to want to learn all of those things?
Well, in the beginning, it was because people, unfortunately, were disappointing me whenever they wouldn't get the job done for whatever reason. Maybe it's because valid reasons in their life that, maybe a tragedy, and I totally understand, or they just come up with excuses that are unacceptable anywhere, either unprofessional, they can be unprofessional, and it'll delay my process, and it'll annoy me because I'll be thinking, if I know how to do this, I'll do it myself. So sometimes, the fact that I mind so many things, sometimes it has to do with just my eagerness to learn it, and sometimes it's just from disappointment from somebody letting me down. So I take it upon myself. They say, sometimes if you want to get something done, do it yourself.
So you kind of channeled the disappointment. You turn it into a positive thing, where you made that, you turn that into something that fuels you to be able to do it yourself. Is that what it is?
It fuels me to do it myself. I just more so want to get things done.
Okay. No, I said that because you said that what motivated you to, learn how to do all of these things. One of the reasons were that sometimes people will disappoint you. You're waiting on them and then they disappoint you. So that kind of made you want to learn. That's why I said that. Do you think that disappointment kind of fueled you to learn how to do, all of these things?
Well, yeah, actually, and it's unfortunate that I had to come through disappointment, but I guess that's why they say some things can be a blessing in disguise.
And have you ever heard of the saying, jack of all trades, master of none?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think you're a jack of all trades, master of none, or are you jack of all trades, yet master of some?
I just think I'm a straight up master.
Oh, wait, say that again?
I'm a straight up master.
You're a straight up master. Can you enlighten me?
Whatever it is that I want to learn how to do, I'm gonna learn how to do it. I don't care how it's viewed by society, and if I know it, you can know how to do a number of things, but people won't consider you to be a jack of all trades. And I don't think one person is only good at one thing. It's all about what the society. It's all about what the perception is.
That's true.
You know.
That's true. No, I think that's very true, especially like when it comes to the, entertainment industry. Like my cinematographer, Jade, who is behind the camera, she definitely, knows how to work, cinematography, everything about it. And she knows how to edit. She knows how to direct and write as well. So, and I've seen some of her work and she's very good at it. Myself, I mean, I used to dance, but not anymore. And I used to kill it, when I was in middle school and high school. I used to really dance, but now I do not know how to dance anymore. And I'm an actress. That's like something I can do, like just like that. And I'm a good director as well. I know how to like model and rock the wrong way as well. So I definitely do believe that you can be a jack of all trades and master of many or master of all. I don't think I'm master of all, but yeah.
Yeah, I think some theories and myths that's been ingrained into our mind from a young age are very terrible. And I think that's one of them. I mean, so long as you know deep in your heart what you really want to do at the main domain, you can still be a master of things. But whatever it is that you're passionate about, that's one thing that you definitely need to be a master of. If you could be, you don't have to be a master of all the things. You can just be good enough. And you can be that. That's what we good.
Let's talk a little bit about when you were in college. Because when you were in college, you used to do alteration for yourself and for some of your mates as well. And you were taking, some sort of, payment from them as well. What made you, as a man, I feel like in society associates sewing and alteration to women, sewing, alteration equals women, right? It's known as like a very woman thing to do. And for you as a man, what made you, out of all things, decide to start doing alteration, and sewing, stuff like that? Aside the fact that your mom is into fashion and she sewed, did you pick that out from her?
I mean, I never saw myself picking that up from Rhonda. She was doing it from as soon as I was alive. So I never saw myself doing it, but that's the idea of sewing being just being associated with married women just because most women do it. That's another bad theory that's been ingrained in us that shouldn't exist, because these clothes, they're manly clothes. Maybe some woman would know what a man's size or what a taste is, but I believe some of these clothes are made by men for men. So the main reason, it could be there was like a multitude of reasons. One of them was like, this was around the time where I was struggling to get a job while I was in college, either because of experience or I just wasn't interviewing as well as I thought I was. And I was really getting into the groove of like really putting in a lot of time to make sure I get the acting and writing all this filmmaking stuff. So I needed the time I need to study, but I couldn't neglect school, and I still need to find a way to get some money. But if I were to do those stationary jobs, that would take like 20 to 25, 30 hours of my week. That would have been detriment. That would have it would have been challenging to still have time for school and to learn the acting and the filmmaking and stuff. So fortunately for me, the time that I did learn first time I learned to sew was in high school, and I didn't even want to do it. because at that time I was playing football, and I was still young enough to think that sewing was a female thing. But it was an elective that I had to choose. It was either that or dancing. And the kind of dancing that was recommended was like cheerleading, and I definitely wasn't going to do that. So I was like, okay, you can do sewing. I'm like, yeah, I'll do sewing. At least that. I'm not going to, and I wasn't even telling anybody. I didn't even tell anybody when I was sewing. I was taking the class. You'd only know if you were in my class.
She's so wait. Wait, you did sewing because she did not want to do dancing, because the kind of dancing that you would have done was cheerleading?
Yeah, it's too fun.
I'm good. I can only imagine you, how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2", being like a cheerleader.
Yeah, and I was like, get me out of here. And when I started it, I was like, I like seeing it, but until she told me I need to participate, I'm like, get me out of here. I'll take the sewing.
Okay. When you started sewing in high school, were you doing stuff for yourself, or were you doing stuff for your peers as well?
Nah, like I said, only people that knew about it was the professor and my classmates. I ain't telling anybody. Like, cause I was playing football at the time. Like, it was two different worlds.
Yeah.
I'm like, they gonna clown the mess out of me if people know how. So I was doing it there, and when I was learning it, I was like, this is really interesting. They're making clothes, and this is something my mom was doing and like my mom has a passion for it. But like, just learning that, in a way, it drew me closer to my mom. Not that we were close, but it introduced me to her world. You know what I'm saying? And I was interested because sometimes I would go to her to help me with some of my assignments. Like, one of our main assignments, we made a pillow from scratch. We just found some fabric, and we sewed it together with that pillow.
And I was in high school.
Yeah, that was dope. And I showed that thing to my mom, and she was like, yeah, this is how you do this and this and that. I'm like, this is very interesting. And I'm glad that I was forced to take that. I was forced to take it, because it was another sign that I can do many things. It was like one of the few times where I learned, I'm good at more than just being athletic. So by the time I got to college, I was like, okay, I need to continue to make money, but I need to be able to do it on my own time. I was like, so how am I going to do this? My mom, she makes money off her own time, and she sews. I already have an idea of how to sew. And if I can just go back into the time when I started learning how to sew and just remember what I did learn and like take it to the next level, I can create my own business, just like my mom did in our home. Only difference is I'm doing it on college campus. I'm not gonna have any competition because ain't nobody else sewing. Like sometimes in college you'll see like local barbers and stuff, but they'll have competition, and then they'll even have like barbershop competition.
Yeah.
I was about to have any competition on my campus, so everybody would know if I do it well. Everybody know I sew. They're gonna come to me, and I'm gonna make money from that. And if I ever need help or anything, I can easily just ask my mom, "Hey, how you do this? Can you help me do this?" She did that. Before I opened it up publicly, yeah, my sewing Little Taylor, and like, I know I'm not gonna have competition, like I said, because nobody else sews, and that's it. And I was calling myself Little Taylor, so like
Taylor. I like that name.
Yeah.
Taylor.
And once I was telling my roommates that was in my dormitory outside, not that we shared a room, but it was like an apartment, but we had multiple rooms. So like I was telling them, yeah, I'm about to start starting the song stuff, and they were laughing because it was funny. It was funny to them because they say I'm always trying to do something new, but it's like a part of them also believed it because they know that once I learn it, it's a wrap. And I was like, okay, so I can make money on my own time. I won't have competition, and I can fix my own clothes because with the way that God has constructed me, I'm custom made, so they don't even make my sizes in most places anymore. So I'm like, there's a lot of times where my mom would like tailor stuff for me, to tailor clothes for me, whether to like fit me better, or she'll like help me fix a zipper or some tears. She'll help me hem stuff. So I'm like, I can learn all this stuff, and I don't have to go to her as much anymore. So I'm like, I know other people could probably use these services too. But I'm charging them, and I'm charging them at a price that they almost couldn't like ignore because one, I was still new, so I wasn't gonna be super pricey with that, and two, I wanted to make sure that if anything, they're coming to me just because I'm cheaper than whatever other place they had. So it worked out. Like before, I did some test outfits after I went back as soon as the semester started. I knew I couldn't go to my mama's Smith anymore because I'm in Canada. So I did some test examples with some of my clothes and some of my roommate stuff. I'm like, just give me something that you like for me to say I ain't gonna try before. Just so I can test it. I'm like, all right, it worked. Is it tight? Is it loose? Does it seem like it's gonna tear? And like, nah, this ain't good. I'm like, all right, bet. And now I'm in business. So I took a picture of myself and I designed it and printed it out on Microsoft Word and put it on my door. Little Taylor, now I'm in business. And I was getting business. It was tight. It was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, hey, I got this outfit. I got this pen that I need you to sew for me and need you to make it like fit more better. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'll do your measure. I'll get your measurements and stuff. And then I'll tell you how much it'll cost. I was charging like $10. You know,
For like the $10
for pants and shirts,
alteration.
alterations. Yeah, I wasn't making anything from scratch. And I was just like altering, and I help like zippers. Around the zippers and just like fix things clothes that tore. So I'll charge a different price for that, and I'll tell them give me at least a week. Not necessarily that it'll take me a week because I'm doing other things in school. You know, they know all the acting and writing. That's another reason why they find it hard to believe because I was doing accounting. I was doing acting and writing. Like, you don't know what you want to do. I know what the hell I want to do. This is just something else that I want to do. And I'm doing it to make money. So after I did the first couple people and they liked it, word got out that, yeah, it's a tailor on campus. He's doing sewing and stuff. I had a little sewing machine and I was like,
You did have a sewing machine? Really?
yeah, I bought a sewing machine and I had a sewing machine in my dorm room. I put it on my desk right next to my TV. I had my needles, my thread, my tape. I was in business. So it was fun, you know, because like people usually laugh because they just find out to believe, but they knew that I could, once word got out that I was doing it, I had repeat customers like, yeah, I got a new joint for you. All right, bring him my way and let me know what's up, you know, and I'll get it done. So that was really cool.
Nice. So did you make like enough income from it where you could like, help sustain yourself?
Yeah, it was only enough to feed me. As a college student, that was really all I needed because like the school was already giving me enough money to pay for my housing situation and stuff. But and since I wasn't working, I mean, like like I said, I was only charging like $10-12 for like a shirt or a pant. So I wasn't making a lot of money. I wasn't making enough money to get by to do laundry, to feed myself.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't balling, but it was enough to feed myself. And that's really all I needed because like I'm in school. I'm a college student. For the most part, we just need to be able to feed myself. And I didn't have a car. My car messed up at that time, unfortunately. So I didn't have to put gas into any car. I never really have to drive to many places anyway. But I was just making enough money to combine, and that was all I needed it for.
So this might be a little funny because you know how we did say that sewing is like automatically when you say sewing or alteration, people will think, oh, it's a women's thing. When I was going to high school, I went to boarding school because I was born and raised in Ghana, West Africa. And going to boarding school, it's not a punishment in Africa. Unlike, America where like, you're like, look, it's sending me to boarding school because you don't like me as a punishment. It's not that way in Africa. We actually love going to boarding school because we are away from our parents and we get to just live life the way we want to live life. So one of the requirements was that at least know how to do little alterations here and there. And I remember my mom sitting me down and just like teaching me how to do like little alterations. And when I tell you that I suck, God did not He just did not bless me in that area. Because when I do any alteration, you will see like the clumps, like it all just like clumps out. But I'm like, what is this? But then I see other people do it and it's so like seamless and so beautiful, So seriously, kudos to you. And to talk of doing it for other people and actually making, some income out of it and the people liking it. No, seriously, I think that was definitely dope.
Yeah, and if I was to think that guys were like clowning for it, they did the opposite. They were happy that I was like,
Oh, really?
yeah, because like maybe as a guy, our ego and pride wouldn't allow us to ask a woman for help. So they were happy that there was a guy person I was following. So like, yeah, I got a lot of I had mostly guy clients, and I had a few woman clients. Well, mostly guys, because they needed. A lot of times that stuff would mess up.
Yeah.
And we usually don't have options. So they were happy that I was doing it. And I'm like, I figured, it's a good thing I wasn't like worried about being judged on that, because they were really happy that someone like me was doing that. So, yeah.
So do you still have like the techniques, or do you still sew or do alterations still today?
I can, that's something that I feel like is never going to go away. It's like riding a bike. I've learned that's something that is a part of me now. If I see a sewing machine, I know how to use it. And so long as you have everything I need, like the bobbin, the thread, the right needles, give me everything I need, I can sew something up.
Do you think that your height did, played a part in it? Because I know, you're very tall, you're 6'2". And if I remember right, you did say something about because you're tall, sometimes you don't get, things that fits the way you want it to fit. So maybe shorter or longer. Do you think that your height did play like a little part in like motivating you to learn that or want to do that?
Yeah, I was saying, yeah, just the way my physical was set up for height or weight in different places, like my particular size, my measurements wasn't found in most places. So I'm like, that sucks. But I can make a difference with that. I can just buy something and tailor it to fit me. So, yeah. My height, my size, it played a factor in me wanting to learn how to sew so I can like make my clothes sit better on me.
Well, I know that fashion is very important to you. Not like, over the top fashion or anything, but like presentation is important to you. I know that you do care about how you look, just looking decent and looking like a gentleman all the time. That's my experience with you. So I can see you doing alteration. I can see you. So I think the first time you told me, I was like, what? But then after experiencing you, for quite some time, I can see you doing that. And I think that it's a dope thing for a man, to be able to do. I think it's very admirable, and I don't know, it's just nice to hear and to see that a man does that. And we did talk about, you being able to do photography and teaching yourself editing and all of those. And you did tell us briefly why you did those things, but I was so more interested in you sewing, and I wanted to hear more about that. So thank you so much for, coming to share that piece with us, like that, short piece about your life with us. I really appreciate you and your time. And, if you are out there and people disappoint you a lot, or people are not available to help you, maybe you might consider, just like, Udo Taylor, you might consider just teaching yourself to do certain things. Or, you might consider being a jack of a lot of trades and, being good enough in most of them or in all of them. You don't have to be a master, but definitely let disappointment fuel you, just like you fueled Udo. And, just get out there and do it. Well, thank you for watching the Chat with Selassie. My name is Selassie. Again, we appreciate your time. Do not forget to subscribe. We would love to have you to be a part of this community. Don't forget to live. We love you. Mwah.